In this video, we're going to look at Oracle here on the daily chart. Now, what sticks out to us when we first see this? Well, we have a gap back here in mid-December. And did we actually fill that? Well, not really, but in trying to fill this gap, we actually created more gaps. So we have a gap up here and a gap down here about a week ago. So what are we looking for in here? Do we really worry about the gap fills? Not so much, because we're more concerned with trend lines and supports and resistances, but it is good to know where these gaps are happening and when they happen. So you have to keep in mind that this gap up and gap down happened within a 3 or 4 day period. Whereas back here, you had a big gap down and we just literally never recovered. It took about a month and a half for us to even climb back up to touch the upper or the mid 190s. So resistance wise, what are we looking for? So we have to keep in mind we're currently trading down to about 167 because of the pullback aftermarket with AMD and Google. So we're at 167 right now. We're going to have a little hiccup here around the 173, 174 area, but the major resistance we're going to watch is going to be this 178. Why is that? Well, because it was a little bit of a tiny support right here back in December, but really it was a major resistance for us for multiple weeks in early October to late October. So what are we going to look for support wise now that we have a major resistance? Well, support wise, it's going to be this nice whole number 165 here. I kind of adjusted it a little bit just because I thought this worked better at the 165 level. And you can see nice support here beginning of December, big support back in September going into October. So that's going to be a good level for us. Below that, it's going to be this SMA 200 SMA and our lower trend line that we have drawn here around the 155 mark. Not sure if we really have to worry about that just yet, but we'll have to wait and see because we don't know how this market is going to react to certain news. And news can come out at any time, at any moment, the way that this year has started already. So that's good for us traders because we want the volume and we want the volatility. And speaking of volume, look at the past couple weeks in here, just through the roof. That's what we like to see. Obviously, a little tail off here with climbing back up from hitting that 200 SMA here. So the last week and a half, volumes kind of decreased. That's what's going to happen. That's completely fine because that's good for our RSI as well. We're resetting the RSI so we can start working our way to that overbought territory again. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Key levels again, we're going to talk about 165, little hiccup at the 173s, and then the 178s. Option chain wise, what are we looking at? Well, in your February monthlies, you have around an $8 expected move priced in right now. You got $4 expected move by this upcoming Friday. IV rank in here is 49, so there is some volatility in here. We'll definitely take that and play with that. So we will see what happens in here in this upcoming trading week. All right, guys, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.